Hey guys, welcome to Herding Little Cows to the glory of God and this blessed life.
We actually said it together.
So, if you have not been around for a while, this is our daughter Virginia. She is mama to two little boys. Justice is over playing, and this is Creed.
Yeah, Bobby.
And you're going to hear shouting and stuff in the background because the kids are all over there playing in the yard, but they are supervised by older people. So, anyway.
And they're right there.
And they're like, we can see them. That's why you hear them. So anyway, we are making a video. We have planned to make lots of videos, but since we got here, we've been like doing things.
I haven't had much time to make a video.
You've seen us out, our part of the family out going to like the museum and stuff. We also did 2 different days. We went grocery shopping into the library. Virginia has planted almost her whole garden while we've been here. That camper
done.
behind us is for sale. And if you saw the other day, we made a video of what the camper looked like.
And it looks like Amazon's here.
Amazon's here. Okay, so we actually paused it because Amazon pulled in and they had a couple things to finish that camper I just mentioned. The camper, we did a video, it is for sale. We actually have someone can look at it tonight, but it might not sell. So make sure you contact her if you're interested in the camper.
Yes.
But she was working on that. Lawn's gotten mowed a couple times. A big burn fire pile got done. They cleared a bunch of stuff around the trees.
We got half a cow.
Half a cow.
Organize that into the freezer.
The steps down there, behind us, the kids have been pulling rocks because we're going to put weed cloth down.
Yes.
So there's been a lot of projects going on, which is good because either the kids are helping do the projects, like getting all those rocks up, or we're helping watch little boys so she can do the projects.
Oh, we're also building a chicken coop.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to get that done tomorrow so we can go get chickens on Saturday.
Okay, so that's another thing. So we're going to do this video and then we'll get some other stuff done.
Oh, that means you guys might get time to hang out with friends without us because the chickens are probably going to be gone by the time they leave. Remember
Anyway, okay, so we've had friends over. So lots of different things. But we've been enjoying time snuggling babies and hanging out with Virginia and Waylon when he's home. But anyway, we had some people ask us some questions. So the first question we're going to talk about is like family culture. How is your family culture different than our family culture? We were kind of talking about this just a little bit ago.
I think one thing is just that we have little ones still, so things are going to look different. Like our Bible time is shorter because Justice doesn't know how to sit still very well at home. He does pretty good in church.
He does. He does a great job in church.
When we're on the couch and he sees his toys, he's like, why can I not just go run and play and wrestle when I'm at home? So that's one thing that I think of. It's different. Waylon works like 12-hour days, so we have a lot of home time without. Well, actually, no, he works 10-hour days. He's usually gone from the house closer to 12 hours because of commute. So there's a lot more time with just me and the boys at home where we're doing things without Waylon there. We basically have 4 days a week without him here.
Which was very
most of the
different
day.
for Virginia because for the past 8 years, so the 5 years before you got married, Mark wasn't able to go to work because of his neurological thing. So having daddy or husband gone for the whole time just was a different thing. You did see him work over the years, just at the end of your growing up.
Exactly, yeah. And then we do a lot more like hiking and what else were we talking about? We were talking about different things.
Y'all are more outdoorsy.
Yeah, and we drive a lot. Because we still do most of our stuff or a lot of stuff in Knoxville.
Right.
And so that's a ways.
So they live like 45 minutes, an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on traffic.
Thankfully not usually 2 hours because we get really annoyed when that happens.
But they live away from Knoxville, but a lot of Waylon's work is in the Knoxville area. Church is in the Knoxville area, and they're very involved in church.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of stuff in Knoxville area. Also, Virginia is very involved with Waylon's sister and her husband and family, and Waylon's brother and his wife and family.
So we have a local like community, but there's a lot of Christian family who lives there. Like they're mostly related to each other, and so we have
They've
a lot
adopted Virginia into the culture.
I get to tag along as family. So there's like a baby shower or people having, a lot of them are having babies right now. So like taking meals to people, or we just did a play date recently. just different things like that, having an actual community, Christian community here.
So when Virginia was growing up, my siblings, I have one sister who has a son who's 9 or 10, and then I have a brother who has kids that are close in age to 3 of our kids, but we're not super close with them. We didn't get together and do play days and stuff, where she now has contact with this community plus Waylon's family in the area, where you're more involved with.
There's a lot of cousins around.
A lot of cousins around, a lot of getting together for meals or
have a
taking
village.
meals.
Yes.
She does. She has a village.
Definitely.
Which is great. Like I was super bummed because one of the people who's really invested in her was going to come visit the other day, and things got crazy and she wasn't able to come. But I was able to meet another couple who's been invested in their lives. So that's been really good. But I'm glad she has that village here. But that's
it was really nice when Creed was born too, to have that, because one of my sister-in-laws, like the community had gotten together and made like postpartum baskets for me, and so they brought tons of presents to the house, so that was really sweet. And food.
Yeah. And also the thing she said about hiking and stuff like that, because if you've watched our channel before, because of Mark's neurological condition, because of Josiah with his seizures, there are certain things that we can't do as a family. Like we will not go hiking where we would be far away from a car, because if Josiah were to have a seizure, we need to think before we head out, how's he feeling today and how far out is safe for us to go, where you guys don't have that same.
Well, and who's going to carry the 300-pound fat guy?
Right.
And also a lot of it doesn't have cell service. So
Right. So like that's just a difference in our families. And then we were also saying that like Virginia's family isn't necessarily going to get to enjoy 3-week-long vacations like we get to have because of Waylon's job. Wayland is a carpenter. He works
He's a general contractor.
general contractor. He got his general contracting license, which is really awesome. I just always forget what to call him. And they have some employees, and so that's really good. But it's just a very different
There's
than
someone
what.
sneaking out from behind.
it's not just us, it's also making sure the employees have their work to pay their bills.
Right. So all of that, there's just some differences. Okay, the question about how we discipline differently, and we're not getting into methods of discipline because people love to tear people apart on whatever they choose to do. Whether you, some people would say, oh, timeouts are not the right thing to do. Some people would say physical correction is not the right thing to do. Some people would say keeping them from having their dessert is the wrong thing to do. So whatever methods we do, someone's going to complain about it. So, hi, you going to draw on my paper? Okay, we'll still read the
My
thing.
child is still at the age he wouldn't understand if I took away his dessert.
Exactly.
So that doesn't really work.
Different children are different, but the thing we were just going to talk about is like people were asking me what it's like to be at your house when we have to correct or you have to correct, that type of thing, and how does things look differently for you? Are there things that you didn't see us discipline for that you do discipline for, or do you get what I'm saying? Like that type of thing.
We definitely try to work on justice, not like having a bad attitude. And like one thing, Northern culture, you don't say yes ma'am and yes sir. But in Southern culture you usually do. So that's like one thing that we're trying to get him to do is he just says yes. Like
He signs yes.
He's 18 months old. He signs yes, and that's what. He's not 18 months old.
He's like 20.
He's not quite 2. But yes, like that's one thing that we do differently. And then also just like, I don't know. I guess I'm like trying to make him be more grown up. Dude, 1.5-year-old. If that makes any sense. Like,
You're encouraging maturity. and
yeah, it's
independence.
encouraging maturity. But like he's not supposed to be whining. Like if we say something, it's not crying. It's you do, and you guys do that too. Just like I think we take it to different extents.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So like there are variations in each family, and so there are things that I see they're doing that are very, very good.
I guess it'd be
there's things you do that are very, very
You just
bad.
told me what we do differently. That would probably be easier.
So like Creed is not Creed. Creed's this one. He's not very good at doing much of anything except being cute and adorable.
He rolled over. Did I tell you? Did you hear this? Because you were napping. He rolled from back to belly today.
Yeah.
Good
At
job,
2
buddy.
months old. Good job, buddy.
No, Justice, that's the one that's almost Elisha's age. Justice is very good at coming when he's called. He stops what he's doing and comes. My kids are still working on that. Even some of the older ones.
Some of the older ones have more trouble than the younger ones.
Maybe they grow out of it.
So that is something that I definitely would say is very good. And Justice is very good at church. Not that he never needs to be corrected, but he very much understands this is a different time. Like she said, at home with Bible time, it's different. They've joined us for Bible time, and we've let the little ones play, but he knows that church is a different place. You can just tell from how he acts here and how he acts there that he understands this is a different situation.
He still runs around and plays and stuff at church, just he knows like service time is different.
Right, because they meet in a church where they're like borrowing a community center, and so church time happens in the same room that lunchtime happens in. But he knows, like, okay, this is where we sit down. This is the time we sit down.
Yeah. He's also very good. Like, I'm kind of surprised at how good he is of controlling his emotions. Like, if you tell him to stop crying, he can stop crying.
He does.
So that's one thing that I'm really surprised that he's able to do.
But
I have trouble with that.
just coming from different family cultures themselves, like Waylon's family is very different than our family.
Yeah.
Every family is going to be different from each other, but they've made their own little family culture and this is a correctable offense, this is a redirecting offense. You do that with children all the time. You know, if you go to grandma and grandpa's house and there's something they absolutely cannot touch, you're going to correct them in a different way than, oh, well, we don't usually watch TV at home. The TV's on here and it's not a big deal that you're watching something. You know, like there's different things you're going to correct for, or the dessert or whatever.
He's also around a lot more like the family culture thing. He deals with a lot more tools and stuff like that.
That has
He
been a
loves
difference
tools.
since we've been here. He has a lot of tools in his toy box. Like he has actual like play tools in his toy box.
He has toys in his toolbox. I'm not sure.
He'll like regularly grab a hammer and just try to fix things, which isn't a problem unless Elisha's near him.
Yeah. Or the other thing is he always wants what Waylon has, because he then figures out how to use it. So he's like, oh, you're using the ratchet. I now need that ratchet because now I know what to do with it.
Yeah, he's very smart. He does think through what's going on. He's very smart. But yes, tools are something we don't have sitting around our house in a place where he can play with them. And it's fine that Justice can do that. Like, it's a different family culture. But it is one thing that having kids that are the same age as the grandkids is a little hard, because like I have to teach Elisha now how to safely play with a hammer because he wants to play with Justice. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Where I haven't taught him how to play with a hammer saver.
And Justice doesn't have any older siblings.
No, right.
Helping keep an eye out to make sure he doesn't whatever things.
Justice is also like, I haven't seen Justice take the hammer to a window or anything.
And he's,
Like,
no, he's not malicious. He's not careless.
no, he's like,
It's just different.
like they had rocks. They were taking rocks and hitting rocks and stuff like that. Okay, one more question. People are asking about like food. How is food different for you guys than it was at our house?
We eat a lot of meat. And I think that's partly because we have a budget that we don't have to feed as many people. And so we can eat more meat.
And her husband wants meat.
Meat.
He's also a lot more of like a meat and potatoes sort of person instead of a taco person. So we don't eat tacos like 4 times a week anymore. Which I like tacos. So.
Last time we were here, maybe the time before, I bought a 20-pound bag of beans that we did use some of while we were here, but then she ended up giving away the bag of beans because they just don't eat beans the way that we eat beans.
I did learn how to pressure can beans, so now I can make beans.
Yeah. So anyway,
Pardon the neighbors at the shooting range.
Welcome to
Which
Tennessee.
isn't a shooting range. It's just a yard.
but anyway, we have yeah, you guys eat more meat. How do you think things go, like, regarding, because you have to like pack lunches for your husband, which you didn't see me do.
Hey, Bobby.
Hello, bud.
We were talking about how smart you are.
You are very smart. Very smart. And you like hammers.
And
Do you like tools? Yeah? Were you playing with your aunts and uncles? I was about to say cousins. But they're not your cousins. So packing lunches?
Packing lunches and stuff. Like, you didn't see us do that. She saw us pack lunch, like I showed you the other day on the video with the Science Museum, of like, okay, pick up this bag of crackers, get out 10 string cheeses.
Oh, you want
the water? 10, get 10 string cheeses, grab a bag of peppers.
Yeah.
That's how you watched us pack, but you never saw me pack lunch, or you don't necessarily remember me packing lunch.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
I don't know. You might have been packing my lunch by that
I think
point.
I was packing lunch for a bit there. I remember hard-boiled eggs. I don't remember a whole ton. I remember
all my
hard-boiled
kids
eggs.
really like packing lunch. Like, when there's an opportunity to pack lunch, they like fight over who gets to pack lunch.
Yeah. Especially Abigail, I would say.
So,
but no, Waylon usually eats like leftovers, or I'll make something. Like the other night, I threw some ham and potatoes and carrots in the Instant Pot and sent that with him. But he usually eats like a real meal at lunch. Occasionally a sandwich, but usually a real meal.
he knocks something over.
Yep.
So and then a bunch of snacks. Which he thinks I overpack snacks sometimes, but then he started eating more. You're kind of in the way, but can you sit
Not mine.
that way? Okay.
Deal.
So yeah, he used to eat less, but now he started eating more. So
Yeah, Waylon started working out. He's eating more. So, I think that Waylon thinks we as a family eat a lot. So I'm just going to say this because we had somebody comment the other day that I definitely do not feed my children enough food.
Oh, because we went for a
Waylon-
special snack at Wendy's.
Yeah.
careful of my sunburn.
So
baby.
that day that we went for the special snack at Wendy's, that we got the fries and the Frosty, that was what I gave my kids at lunchtime. And then we had a very large snack after we came home and put the groceries away. So, he can come sit. Can you climb underneath? We've got lots
There's
of
people
lots of little
everywhere.
People. So anyway,
Oh, puppy.
so that was what we had. But people say, no, you definitely do not feed your kids enough food. The person who said that,
Hang around here for 10 seconds.
Wayland, was not part of that conversation, and he made a comment at a meal the other day about how our kids out-eat him. So our kids eat more than a grown man who does construction work for a living.
And works out.
And works out. So I think they're getting enough.
Yeah. And we also do snack more right now because being pregnant and nursing, I had to snack a lot more with him. And then this little guy is still little that he doesn't understand why we have to wait till the next meal to get food. Right.
Yeah. So your family, like you and the kids, snack more during the day. Yeah. And Waylon probably snacks more too because he probably grabs stuff as he has a chance rather than
If
sitting
he
down
stops
for
to
a
do
full
something,
meal.
yeah.
Definitely on his way home.
Yeah, he eats more on his way home and then doesn't eat much for much of a dinner. But yeah, so that's just how food looks different.
They're
Did you have
watching the
trouble?
trucks.
Oh, it didn't have any big one.
Yeah, nothing cool, no tractors, no cool stuff.
So this is Virginia's road, and the road across from her dips down, and it comes kind of at a funny angle up onto the next road. So sometimes trucks will get their wheels spinning and don't have any traction.
Or they'll have
get
to back
going.
up to make the turn.
Or they have to back up to make the turn. So was it hard for you to learn to cook for just you and Wayland after cooking for all of us?
I don't know if it was as much hard to cook as it was to make use of leftovers. That's one thing I'm still trying to work on, is getting through what I have.
That makes sense. And now with this trip, I just actually made a list of meals for the next few days because I had planned it out kind of when we went to the store. But I'm trying not to leave Virginia with 20-pound bags of beans anymore.
I'll just pressure can.
She's saving a little money this month because we're doing a lot of the cooking. So I want her to be able to use that money to refill her house with the things that she wants to fill it with rather than having all my leftovers sitting around the house. So I'm trying to be very intentional to use up our things. So we've been doing leftover meals just every couple days to make sure that everything's getting used. But it was a little hard to fit all of our stuff together when we first got here for our first shopping trip. But I think we're doing better now. The fridge isn't quite as full.
We're not having to use a cooler for anything, right?
Yeah, the first shopping trip we did have to use a cooler to put vegetables in. Sure. We had to use a cooler to put vegetables in because we couldn't get it all in the fridge. But anyway, I think that was all the questions we had. If you asked a question that I didn't get, because sometimes Facebook's been weird. I mean, not Facebook. YouTube has been weird recently. Here, hold on a second. That it has not shown me messages. So like, there's someone who commented, what they wrote seemed like they were kind of mean comments, but I could only see like the first 8
Like the
words,
preview or
like the
something.
preview of what they said. And then when I went to look for it, I can't find that comment anywhere. So whether that person is deleting them or somehow they're going missing, I know that specifically happened, but I might be missing other comments. So if you commented asking a question of Virginia and I, let me know. And if you just have a question that was sparked from this conversation today, let us know. We'll see if we can get more videos made, because we thought we'd get more videos made, and then yeah, we've been doing stuff.
It's not working.
And so we have a whole box over there that just came from Amazon of stuff that needs to go finish fixing the camper, right?
What did we even? That's right.
The outside shower faucet and the electrical adapter and a couple things.
Yeah.
So check out her channel, This Blessed Life, which doesn't have a ton of videos recently. Go ahead and check out her videos, but yeah, you don't have a ton on there. But she's planning to get more into it.
Once I get back to a regular routine, I'm planning to do another like day in the life and then garden updates also.
Yes, she planted a whole bunch in the garden yesterday, so look out for that. She planted in her garden. We can't plant in Maine for another month and a half, but she's already planted her garden. It's crazy. Her tomatoes over there are looking great. So anyway, we'll see you guys next time on Herding Little Cows to the Glory of God.